Welcome to jQuery video series, and this is part 35, and today we are going to look at first of type child filter. So we are done with first child, and before we proceed, if you're new to jQuery, then I want you to go to jQuery.com/download. On from there I want you to download the uncompressed version. Then next I want you to add, import the jQuery file into your project, then import in your, reference it in your head section, because if you don't do that then jQuery is not going to work. And in the end you're going to write some JavaScript code by saying, hey, when the document gets ready, the document finishes loading, I want you to execute some jQuery instruction, right? So that's pretty basic, and now we begin. So I hope in the last video, let me browse this first child. Okay, one second. I'm sorry, before I browse, now you all know first child means, when I say something like this, it will look at the element, the p tags. It will try to find all the p which are the first child of any parent which we are not interested in, right? So when I do the browsing of the result, okay, so what I'm seeing over here is the paragraph 0 is missing, the paragraph 0, because it's not at the position 1. So we have a solution for that, right? In first child the position matters very much, all right? So that's why in jQuery there is one more filter called as first of type. Again, it works same like the first child, but over here it ignores the position. What it looks at is like, if this is the ideal case, right? So we are looking at the p tag, which is the first child and which is appearing in the div tag. So when you use first of type, it looks at the p tag over here, and it sees this p tag within this parent is appearing for the first time. So I'm going to pick this guy. Okay, so that's why when I run the result, you can see over here I have made a mess, right? So let me preview this and let's see in the browser. So you can see the paragraph 2 gets selected. Now imagine if I come here and if I say first child, so it's an obvious thing. You can imagine, I'm going to refresh this thing. So you can imagine we are losing paragraph 2, right? Because the position is, where is it? Position is at number 3. All right, so let me reverse that and let me prove it in a very genuine way. Remember, in the first document we had these two tags, but the position was a mess. This was at position 2, so that's why the jQuery was not picking those guys up. So now after h2 I am going to paste those guys, right? So the markup is pretty simple, same 3 div tags and this is working when we are using first of type, and now we have added 2 more p tags, and I'm assuming when I'm going to run this thing, it's going to pick up this guy regardless of the position, right? So let's view in browser, and yippee, it worked fine, right? So you got the idea, right? So how the first of type works, basically both works the same way, but first of type works regardless of the position. It selects the element. It only looks at the parent and it sees if my child is coming for the first time in which I am interested, right? So let's see where we are. We are done with now first of type, and now we are going to move for the last child. So thank you for listening. Good night and take care.